Okie dokie, guys. So this is the start of our Monday motivational Zooms. And tonight, I'm super pumped up. I honestly, guys, I see different things. And like last week was coming off of a non-auto ship week. And sometimes that can be discouraging because you're seeing lower amounts. Plus, a lot of people were kind of sharing products that were like the balance and the pro bars and stuff. And with the $25 credits right now, you really don't get paid a whole lot. So I will tell you, you're better off with sticking to the experience and maybe telling them that it's free to have a bottle or almost free to have a bottle of balance, or whatever. They're going to get that for that much cheaper of a price in addition to their experience, just because for one, if they order the experience pack, you're going to get paid more on it. But also them getting started on the products will make them fall in love with them more. So why we wanted to do this is consistency is key to any business, and having like a regular Zoom, Lisa tends to do like interviewing 25Ks and things like that on the Wednesday Zooms, and there will be different leaders that do that, and that'll still be posted. But for the pace setters, I wanted to get different perspectives and just be able to cover different topics and motivate everybody for the week coming up. I just want you guys to know I am super duper proud to be on this journey with you. I'm excited for what's to come. We've seen some amazing promotions already this month team-wide, and I can tell you, those promotions are incredible, but please, whatever you do, don't stop working once you get those promotions, because we want to make sure that you maintain them and you surpass them, and the people that come in with you that got you there, that they also promote. And the only way to do that is to keep on moving forward. And guys, I'm not even gonna lie, like there's going to be days where you are feeling defeated, that you are feeling exhausted. And that is exactly why we wanted to make sure that we had something every week that reminds you of your journey and reminds you of different stories and testimonies. So with that said, I think we should go ahead and start this Zoom off tonight with somebody sharing a little bit about their testimony. Now, I talked to Kristen right before we got on here, so I'm going to go ahead and ask her to share a little bit about her testimony and a little bit about her story thus far, and hopefully it inspires you guys. So, Kristen, do you want to go ahead? I'll unmute. Oh, you already unmuted yourself. Good.
Hi. So I'm Kristen. So I started this journey about October, mid to late October, and met Amanda Arnett through one of my good friends, Amanda Boswell. And so I kicked off this journey, and I felt instant, like I was a first day thriver. Like I instantly felt the energy, and that's what I really needed it for, because I was a full-time hairdresser, a full-time mom of two, and coming home constantly just being tired and just needing that stamina. And being a hairdresser, like many professions out there, I never had any time to eat. I would just chow down any food that I could get into me, and then just go on about my day. And it's not very healthy. And I was becoming addicted to coffee again and ending up with coffee headaches. And like you'd get that caffeine high and then the caffeine crash, and then get a horrible headache by like 3 or 4. It was just horrible. So input life happened, and just got off track. And in late December, or January 1st is actually when we found out. But January 1st, I found out I was pregnant with my third baby, and which I'm super excited, and I'm due in September. And I went ahead and just had my first trimester with me and myself and my prenatals. And then I was watching my friend Amanda Boswell again, and she's a true inspiration. If you have not met her, she's amazing. And she messaged and reached out to me again, and she's like, Kristen, like, I know you're having lots of discomforts. I know you're having lots of trouble with like sleeping and living on the couch, which again, I was living on the couch, like day in, day out, I wasn't able to play with the kids. I wasn't able to get any housework done. I had put it off for like 3 weeks straight, and I was like, I'm sorry, the house is a pigsty. My husband was like, don't worry about it. It's fine. So finally, I decided to okay everything with my doctor. Of course, that's what I have always recommended to anybody. But I started the Thrive Experience again, and I just do regular steps 1, 2, and 3, and my regular DFTs, and I feel amazing. Like, I'm able to play with the kids again. I'm able to live off of the couch. Today, I was running from like 8 a.m. to 3 or 4 p.m. tonight, and just hanging out with my son and getting all the stuff I needed done. I haven't had a crazy physical transformation, but again, I'm pregnant, so I'm not trying to lose weight right now. But the main thing for me, besides the energy that I have been able to have, is I've been able to help grow a team, and I've been able to have small financial successes. And even to me, it's a big deal whenever I talk about it, because like $50, like when Amanda Arnett says, like, when you can pay for your gas or when you can pay for your daycare, like that means a lot to me, because I live paycheck to paycheck. And girl, like, I so understand every time you say it. Like, it means the world to me to be able to buy my groceries when my account is like negative money. Like, so when I get paid on Tuesdays is like the pearly gates of heaven open to me, because I'm like, I need this money. And so it has been able to be that for me right now. And I know that's only going to grow the more I share and the more I pour into my team. So that's my experience.
And, Kristen had taken some time off, but when she decided to get restarted, she went 4K last month, and she is on her way to 12K this month. So you guys, it's just a matter. I mean, sometimes people check out. There's different life is happening. Okay. Like, it doesn't stop. There is always something in life happening. And sometimes we do get distracted, but the reality of it is that there's always the opportunity to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to go ahead and run with this. If other people can do it, so can you. And each one of you, I want you to realize that, we had a story last week, or the week before, on Lisa's Zoom, where, Tanya Valk talked about, she didn't have much success in her previous business. She came in here, she was a 12K, and she stayed there for about 6-7 months. And then she met Twin, and when Twin entered her business, it gave her this extra fire. And it's kind of similar to your story, Kristen. You came in first. Amanda was taking a step back, and then Amanda came in and she joined you. And now it's like, you've got your twin, like literally. That was pun intended, because twin, anyway.
Yes.
But seriously, but the reality of it is, you just never know when you're going to meet that person that is literally going to change everything for you and change everything for your business. And that just inspires you guys. Like, not everything I say is going to inspire you. Not everything Kristen says is going to inspire you. But there's going to be so many different people that when you hear these testimonies, you hear these stories, that is what is going to inspire you to believe that you can too also have that. So it's not just the way you feel, but it's also just what you start to believe in yourself that can happen. So Kristen, thank you so much for sharing your testimony. I think it says so much, because there are so many people that maybe hadn't taken off right whenever they began, but decided to jump back in, and it gives them that hope that, anything is possible, and we just continue to move forward and grow together.
You're welcome.
Thank you, dear. So, Mr. Dustin Carr, you are right on my front page here, sir. You guys, if you've never, hey, if you guys have never, seriously, if you have never listened to Dustin or met Dustin, I recommend that you go to his Facebook and you check him out every single day, guys. Every single day this man gets up and he always shares something inspiring. Not only has he had an incredible physical transformation, but he just is that. I mean, he's on a mission to inspire other people that they can live healthier and feel good. And I just cannot wait. Justin, I saw that you got shouted out today. And I'm going to let you talk about that, but will you share a little bit about your testimony and share a little bit about, what you've been doing on a daily basis that's helped you get that shout out today.
Sure. So I started the Thrive Experience on June the 6th of last year. And can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
I got these new headphones and I'm scared to take them off because I'll lose them. And I'm serious. I've lost like 3 pairs. So, but anyways, I started and my upline disappeared. I mean, she disappeared. I guess it just wasn't her time, whatever. But Brittany Cook Green took on the challenge to be that person. And then Amanda took on that challenge to be also that person. And I started getting all this amazing energy. I started getting this amazing, just everything that I have been looking for a long time. And I noticed I started dropping weight. So I was like at 200 pounds and serious dad bod going on. Serious dad bod. And I started losing weight. I started feeling great. Some of the aches and pains were leaving. I was sleeping better. My wife noticed a complete difference in me. So then fast forward now, I'm almost 50 pounds down. And I am determined. I'm at the point in my life now, I want to get fit. Janie Porter posted a picture of a dude that was thriving with a 6-pack. And I said, that's going to be me, buddy. Challenge accepted. And I am going to have a 6-pack for this thing's over with. But it's strictly because of the Thrive Experience. And I became a promoter. I love promoting. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. And somebody told me that you need 3 to 5 years in network marketing for it to work. So I thought I would just explode out of the gates. I was going to be 200K in like 2 weeks, type thing. And then I'm like, the brakes got put on. I'm like, whoa, but I'm building my network. I'm building my customer base, and I'm talking about it every single day. Maybe not directly, but I go live, like you said, every morning, and I follow Natasha Robertson. So I'm not even sure about Natasha. I know she's with Lavelle. I don't know what team she's on.
She's a sideline under Chas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I follow her every day, and she did this challenge about a week ago about hashtag in our video challenge, and go for 7 days, and you can win a Smove, SMOVE. So I'm not sure what that is. And then, but it looked cool, right? Looked cool. And then she had this halo, thing where you put it on your phone and it brightens your face up. So I'm like, I'm down for this. So I do it every day anyways. So I might as well just put a hashtag on there. And I actually won something. I couldn't believe it. I won the halo light, and I'm like totally stoked. And plus I've had several people follow me today because of it. And I just love being in front of the camera. I love talking. I love motivating. And honestly, I just love helping people, period. I don't know how else to explain it.
You just make me smile. I can't help it. Like, seriously, just listen. Doesn't he just make you guys smile? Seriously?
You're making me blush.
Yeah. Seriously. And I can't wait to see you with that 6-pack, man.
No doubt.
But you know what? The thing is that you said something that I hope a lot of you guys really take a listen to. He said there was a challenge put out there, and I said, you know what? I do this every day. Why not just throw this in there with it? And that tells me, A, consistent, B, that he's not afraid to step out of his comfort zone and just jump in and be part of something. And why not? He didn't even know what he was really winning, but it was just something that was going to help him be accountable. He also said something. There were so many ahas in there, actually, about the whole 3 to 5 years in network marketing, building your network. So many people join that have 200 friends, and half of those friends they probably haven't even talked to in God knows how long. And they've probably only really talked to the people they work with and the people that they've talked to every day, and family up until they join the business. And then they wonder why everybody doesn't jump on board with them right away. You're excited, but your friends and family haven't experienced the culture or the products. So they think you're crazy. But the thing is that, and you also thought, oh, I'm going to go 200K, in 2 weeks or what. and the reality of it is that it can definitely mess with your head whenever you see other people come in and you see people promoting. You're like, what am I doing wrong? It's not necessarily a matter of what you're doing wrong. You can be doing everything right, guys, and you still might not sign. Listen, I think my PPA is 5. So for all of you out there that are like, I don't have 20 PPA, I have a PPA of 5. Do I have a ton of people I'm talking to? Yeah, I do. But I'm going to be super transparent and tell you, I don't sign a mass amount. However, the people I do sign, I'm there for 100%, and I will help them in even if I didn't sign you, I'm there for you. But the reality of it is that, you can't make people work. You can't make people want it for themselves. And it's just a matter of time, Dustin, before you meet the right people that join your business and come in. And you want to know what? Those people are going to be super lucky to have somebody that believes, for one, somebody that's going to pour their heart into them, somebody that has a strong testimony, somebody that's not going to be afraid to go live with them, somebody that is ambitious, because I see you jumping on different calls with different people and doing lives together. So I know sometimes you kind of get down, but I want you to know, I can't imagine this journey without you on it, because you've got that. Like, I told Brittany probably, I don't know, like 6+ months ago, it might even been like right after you joined. I said, he's going to be a 200K. Like, he's going to the top. It might not happen right now, but you will be. Without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, because you are learning the skills along the way to get you there, and you're showing up, and that is part of the whole equation. It is part of the whole equation.
Yep.
So if you were to give a tip, and I should ask Kristen this, if you were to give a tip to everybody, what would you tell them?
I would say just stay plugged in and patient. Be patient. I try to plug in on all the main calls that are going on, and I try to really take to heart what you and Brittany say, because I know you got there not by accident, but by daily activity. And if you did it that way, we can do it that way.
Absolutely.
And it's doing everybody that is successful in this business, they got some of the same similar actions and stories, and it all blends together. And I said, if I do what they do, it's just a matter of time.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much, Dustin.
Thank you.
So much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Kristen, can you shoot a tip real quick? I forgot to ask you before you hopped off.
You're fine. That's okay. So I would say, honestly, like your daily posts in the morning, and I know you said it's like auto made, but IP, like income producing activities and staying consistent with it. So doing your happy birthdays and sending them like either a personal message to make that relationship connection, or shooting it on their wall, and then your follow-ups and stuff like that. So Amanda Arnett comes out with all these awesome little tips, and I just love that it's a good reminder for me in the morning. It's like the first thing I wake up, I spend the first 40 minutes doing my 1, 2, 3 steps. So I might as well, in between those steps, hit some of those steps that you post, and I'm good to go for the rest of the day if I forget about it. But then I get off at work and then I can do it again. So those are my tips.
Yay, that's awesome. And I'm glad you brought that up. Giselle actually said something, and she said it quite a few times, and it's a saying I used to hear a lot in my previous business, and it was, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. And you guys, I'm just going to be straight up. I am not a morning person. My husband intentionally does not wake me up in the mornings. Okay. Like, I don't go to bed until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning half the time. So my husband's like, I'm not dealing with her, because guess what? I don't have my Thrive capsules in me when I first wake up. And I am like, oh, I'm not nice. I am a totally different Amanda than who I am at night. Okay. So I can't do everything, but I want everybody that does wake up in the morning to be able to get value, because there are people that are just not those late night people. Giselle and I are late night people, and she's like later than me. But I set up, I found a website, post planner, and that post on a daily basis. Sometimes it auto posts like 20 times, but whatever, you all get the point. But it's a way for you to get just even at the bare minimum, like some action steps for the day, to work on getting free customers, work on telling birthdays, work on reaching out to one person. It's not an overload of stuff, but it's stuff to keep you focused on action steps. So, if you find utilizing different tools, when I first started with Lavelle, I was working rotating shifts for probably the first month and a half. So I was working 2 weeks of days, 2 weeks of nights. When I was on days, I would leave my house at 6:15 in the morning. And when I got to the parking lot, I would make a post. Okay. But the night before, I used Buffer at that time, and I just made sure my post was public. But I had different types of interaction posts that would go off during the day when I was at work. And I would get people that said, yeah, but doesn't that say Buffer underneath of it? Guys, the only people that notice that are people that are like in business. Okay. Other people are like, are you just posting that? Or, what are you posting from? They just think you're sharing it from an app or you're sharing whatever. So it's totally fine because people share different stuff all the time, and anything is better than nothing at all. So just a little tip there. I get all sidetracked. Hold on a second. There was somebody else that is Jonathan Myers on yet? Jonathan. Let me see. I'm going to get this guy on. I'm going to get him on. Let me see. There were a couple people that I had talked to. Kayla Doble's on. I'm looking. Okay. If you have gone and you want to share your story, if you just went, we'll go with, is there anybody on here right now that just went VIP 800? I'm going to say, if so, just hit the unmute. I'm going to go through VIP 800 or VIP 1600. Yeah, sometimes people are just going VIP 800, VIP 1600, don't want to say anything right away. Chelsea, is she on? Chelsea, are you on?
Hello.
Okay, you guys, get ready to listen up because Chelsea has been blowing things up, guys. Chelsea, you want to share a little bit about your story?
Oh gosh, you guys are putting me on the spot.
Totally, but it's going to be so worth it. Okay, it's going to be so worth it. So you guys, I mean, she's literally like in the zone. All right, in the zone, and she just like has blown my mind. I mean, I've seen her doing events. I've seen her signing customers left and right with the experience pack. And you did hit VIP 800, VIP 1600, your iPad mini bonus, and you hit your 4K bonus. So it's been a whirlwind, and you're not slowing down. You just are going full force. So tell everybody. I mean, I told them your bonuses and things like that you hit, but tell them your story.
It's kind of hard to comprehend because it all just happened so fast. Amanda Boswell is my upline, and I just adore her. She's one of my best friends now. And she introduced me to the product, and I was so skeptical about it. And it was like a weekend. I was in love, and she was talking to me about all the potential money that could be made because I'm trying to save up for a wedding. So
and you were her waitress, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
She calls me her chips and salsa hookup.
Uh-huh.
So I'm the giver of the chips and salsa, but we're trying to save for a wedding, and Lord knows weddings are just so expensive. Sorry, my kid's crying.
Mine does it all the time. You're good.
I was already sharing with everybody. I mean, I had friends that were ready to rumble with it, and friends that were falling in love with it. And she was like, "You just need to take the plunge." I have no network marketing experience, so I was so scared. None. I was so scared. I didn't think I could do it. I kept telling Amanda, I am no salesman. And she said, well, I said the same thing, and look at me now. And she was really, really behind me every step of the way with my questions and asking the same questions because I got overwhelmed with the amount of people that were wanting to know more about Thrive. And I really just had a really great support system behind me. And my husband-to-be is so supportive. Once you fall in love with a product and you firmly believe in it and its benefits, and it just kind of happens. It just comes to you. And I feel very grateful for Amanda. So thank you, Amanda. I know you're on this call, for all your help, for making those bonuses happen for me. The whole team's just been amazing the whole time.
You know, I think you said so many things there. When you fall in love with the product and you start just sharing it, the rest of it kind of happens. And then because you have the support, and because and here's the thing, guys, is that she has the support by intention. She's asking the questions, okay? She's asking the questions. Amanda knew what her why was, which was getting through her wedding, to make some extra money. She had built a relationship by Amanda coming in and get chips and salsa. Okay, so when you think that, you know, when you're going in and having an interaction, I don't know about you all, but I know the people at the dollar stores name like by first name basis. All right. Like, we don't have a lot of stores by me. So like the people at the dollar store know me by first name. And, you know, the reality of it is like these people, guys, whether you realize it or not, they have a relationship with you. And whenever you just kind of make jokes by people that you talk to every day, but imagine offering something incredible to those people. I mean, don't be afraid to share, you know, what this is. Did you ask Amanda, or did she bring it up to you?
We actually had a mutual friend that was telling me about it. Amanda has been my friend on Facebook for some time now, because we go to the same gym, and Amanda holds some world records for weightlifting. If y'all didn't know that, she's kind of a badass. Excuse my language. But our mutual friend was like, well, you know, Amanda's running this really good deal, and if we want to do it, now's the time. And so I reached out to Amanda just to kind of get the feel for, you know, what is it even? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. And she filled me in, and she was like, now's the time. If you want to do it, you know, this deal's going on, let's make it happen. So I just took the plunge, and I'm very, very glad I did. It's been life-changing for me, honestly.
So what would be the one tip that you would give everybody outside of all the awesome nuggets that you've already said? if, like somebody that's on here that is like, how, like, just what would you tell somebody that's brand new?
I would tell them that their follow-ups are so, so important. When you sell somebody a product, or you sell them a 3-day mini, and you don't follow up with them, that doesn't show them that you care. I am bugging people all day, every day. Like, how are you feeling now? Do you still feel okay? Is your husband ready to take this plunge with you because he sees how happy you are? I follow up with everybody every day. And my promoters that are now underneath me, that's what I'm trying to push them to do. Follow up with everybody.
Follow-up is so key. And you said something that was so key. You said it shows them that they care, that you care. And that is so, so true. And just a little nugget that I've always, that I do when I sell a 3-day mini is I put a reminder in my phone for the day that it says it's going to arrive, so that I follow up with them and we kind of go back and forth, so I know that they got it. And that has tend to help my follow-up, because I'm not a very organized person, and I've gone back to having I do all of my schedule in my phone again, because I kept on losing all those pretty planners that I would go buy. So thank you so much, Chelsea. You're on fire. I can't even explain it. It's just really blown my mind.
Thank you.
Thank you, girl. Don't let off that gas pedal. You've got a wedding to pay for, and you're going to pay for it with this. Let me see. Is Jonathan Myers on yet? I really want him to tell his testimony, because it's pretty incredible. Is there anybody that just went 4K that would like to share a little bit about their journey? Doesn't matter when you came in or anything like that. Everybody gets so quiet. Is there anybody that just went 12K that would like to share their story? Okay, I'm going to give a tip if everybody says that. Share the story. Okay, I know there's people that went on here that were at 4K and that went 12K. I know there are. Okay, there's a lot of you on here. Not a whole lot, but I definitely know that there are. And there's a lot that are going to be. And here's what I want to tell you guys. And I think there's you got to show up to go up. I'm sure that I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but it is so true. It is so true. You got to show up to go up, and that means you got to show up to like events. You got to show up. That's not saying you got to travel to every event under the sun or anything like that. But when you go, you build a relationship with the people that are around you. You get to see the culture firsthand. You get to laugh in hotel rooms hysterically over the silliest conversations, and you I mean you build a bond. Yeah. The reality of it is that you meet relationships. I mean, that's Giselle and I already had a friendship starting there before we went to New Orleans, but then New Orleans was just like, yeah, you're my sister, like, and it's like the reality of it is that you're going to build those. And then what happens is that when you're having those off days, guys, like you've got people there that are going to remind you of what you're doing. I'm going to tell you, who said they'll share? Somebody said they'll share. It says,
and I'd like to say that there was somebody on here that just said they're almost 4K. So imagine how you will bless their life if you share how you went 4K. Help a sister out.
I can't.
Can I share?
Yeah, of course you can. Since we've heard your name like all over the Zoom, let's share. Because you're on your way. Wait a second. Hold up. Before she goes off, before she starts talking, I want you guys to know she's on her way on vacation right now to Disney. Amanda, where are you going? Yes, to Disney.
Yeah, we're going to
thumb.
We're in the car, so I apologize if it's not perfect as far as sound goes. I'm giving my kids some junk food. Don't judge.
But she's on the Zoom, cheering her team on.
Okay, so last year in January, hold on, I gotta find something that's gonna make her happy. Sorry. Baby, Cheez-It? No Cheez-It. Why don't you just close your eyes, honey? Right? I should have got control before I said I would get on here. Okay, so.
You want to come back?
Can you hear me? Okay, so last year in January, let me jump back in a minute.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Jackson, grab some gummies.
Oh, it won't let me mute you. There you go. Well, that is real life, people. That's what happens sometimes. Listen, my kid does it all the time, so don't worry about it. That's why I normally try to do Zooms after, like, she goes to bed, but you're kind of in a car and traveling, and that makes it hard. But the fact is that just showing up. I'm going to let Amanda tell her story whenever she is able to. I couldn't find how to talk to share. Hold on. I got to figure out which Chelsea this is. Oh, wait, hold on. I got it. I'm trying to unmute you. Shh. Oh, I see your face, but I don't hear you. Oh, Chelsea is trying. Oh, wait. Okay, you're unmuted. Oh, I can't hear you though. Oh no. I promise we're gonna have more. Maybe go out and come back in. And Jonathan Myers is driving on his way home from work, so maybe he'll be able to hop on whenever he gets there. We still can't hear you. Oh, Okay, so how about you do this, Chelsea? How about you jump off and then come back on, and in the meantime, we'll have John share his story. Okay, cool. John, my man, where you at? It's on now. You guys, you're gonna love this. Where's he at? John. Hey. Listen, we tried to get you last week, but this time you're on your way home. And did you get home?
I'm home now. Yep.
Yeah. So you want to tell everybody your story?
From the beginning, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's important. And it's awesome. So.
Yeah. So I guess like with Kayla, she's been doing a lot of direct sale things. So, it's hit and miss here and there. She'll make a little bit of money. And to me, it just was a waste of time. And then along comes Thrive. And for the first couple months, I was a huge skeptic. I didn't believe that it worked. It was to the point where it annoyed me when I came home from work and I seen everything everywhere. And like I'd come home sometimes and just beg her to quit, just leave it alone. It's like, this stuff is stupid. And I took her to New Orleans just to kind of support her, and we drove 13 hours to get there, got there at 7:30 in the morning, and we couldn't check into our room until 3, and I was drained. I had no energy. And then her and Dreama Armstrong, they both, they're energetic. Like, I couldn't understand why. So I figured, I had nothing to lose. I'll go ahead and try it out. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and I prove them wrong, or prove myself right. And so I did the 3 steps, and what really sealed the deal for me was just being at convention and seeing everybody, and how everybody was all happy. And it's been a while since I could just be out and be happy. I was stressed out and worried. I work a lot. I'm a service plumber, so I work long days. And I figured all these people, they can't be wrong. And the next day I tried it, and 30 minutes later I felt great. I was, wide awake, and I loved it. It's been 3 weeks straight now, and like $700 okay. So I love it. It's changed my life.
And you and Kayla both are about ready to earn the $4,000 bonus.
Yeah, she's a lot closer than me, but we're both pretty close.
Yeah, they're both really, really close. And I'm so glad you shared, because, I think that there's a lot of people that can relate to you. I was a skeptic. I was a complete and utter hater. I didn't even want to listen to this. So I totally get that side of it. But there's a lot of people that have unsupportive, not really unsupportive spouses, I guess you would say, just, that are just tired of seeing it and don't understand it. But you said something that I think so many people can relate to, that we get so used to our day-to-day grind, of just going to work, and the stress of our bills, the stress of life, just everything. And then add in some money problems. Like, I had my car repossessed. Like, my husband and I were fighting like nonstop, before like I joined, this industry 5 years ago. And don't get me wrong, we have times where, my husband be like, can I just get some Amanda time? And there is a fine line. Like, you definitely have to prioritize and make time for your spouses and so forth. But you got to see what, Kayla was falling in love with. You got to see the culture, and you got to see something that you yourself said that you hadn't had for a while. And that was just like, everybody was happy, and like, you wanted that too. I mean, nobody wants to be stressed out and on a daily basis. Nobody wants that. But the reality of it is that that's most people's lives,
Right.
So,
and my work's still the same. I still deal with the same issues every day, but I'm able to deal with it a lot easier. I don't know, it's different. I love it. So
do you find that you are calmer? Like, I'm gonna be honest, guys, like the year before I started thriving at the baseball field, like I literally got kicked out of the park because I was about ready to punch my daughter's coach in the face because he was just a plain jerk. And then last year at softball, at least I'm honest, guys, okay? Like last year at softball, I was like totally never flipped out once. I was like, what's going on here? And I noticed that I'm a lot calmer. I don't snap at people as often. And I'm just a lot nicer to be around, to be honest.
yeah, the kids have definitely noticed my temper is not as bad as it was. They don't get yelled at as much. So
Yeah, they get a happier,
but,
so you're getting a happier kiddos too, probably.
yeah, and my daughter loves Thrive Kids. She goes live on her own videos and talks about it. And so it's a whole
Aww.
family.
I love that. I love that so much. John, thank you so much for sharing. I know you've had a long day at work. I'm excited for you guys and just you sharing your testimony. I mean, you guys, if you have somebody that, you know, your significant other or whatever that's struggling to see the vision, I just encourage you to get to a local with them and have them come with you and sit in a room and be inspired and see why, you know, you love this. John, what would be the one tip before you hop off of here? What would be the one tip you would tell anybody out there? Because you basically, I mean, you were a brand new promoter, you know, when you started after conference. So what would you tell everybody?
I mean, the biggest thing that works for me is, you know, I'm a plumber and it's worked for me. So I focus on what I know. Like I direct my sales towards plumbers and tradesmen, people that are on the job, people that I know. You know, I'm a service plumber, so I'm working 12, 15 hours a day, and I eat gas station food, or I was eating gas station food a lot, surviving on Monsters and coffee. So I've focused towards those people because as much as it benefits me, I know it'll benefit others. So just find your niche and do what works for you. Really, that's what works for me.
And you know what? That's such a good tip because there's so many people on here that they all of a sudden they join Thrive and they think that like they join Lavelle and they forget who they are. And it seems like
Right.
such a simple thing, but the reality of it is that, you know, when I was still working, I was working as a nurse. So I targeted nurses. I knew that nurses were going to relate to me working night shift and being exhausted and tired, just like you know that plumbers, you know what they like, you know what they go through on a day-to-day basis, the stress, the job,
Right.
The daily grind. And you know, Jonathan, also, were you on Instagram before Lavelle, or did you just start? Because I saw you make a post to tell people to follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I was on Instagram, but that was for a different. I mean, that page I switched over to Thrive. You know, my Thriving Plumber page.
Yeah. And I think that's great because it's going to introduce a different audience. So you're trying something different. And I think that's awesome. And you have been working this business right along with Kayla. It's not her building you or anything like that. It's like you've been working hand in hand with her to do this and
Right.
talk to people. So I'm proud of you guys. I'm excited for you. And I can't wait to see you guys get these bonuses. Thank you so much for sharing tonight.
No problem.
You guys, I just want you to know, like, these stories, like, you're going to have skeptics. You're going to have people that sometimes it's not, you know, they're not going to know what these products are going to make them feel like until they try it. And I hope that you know that you have to have confidence in what you're selling. So that's why it's so important for you to get to try the product. Oh, it looks like you're probably going to work. Let me see. Chelsea, is it Chelsea or Chelsea? Oh no, there's still no volume. Yeah, we can't hear you. It's like this. No. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Oh no. Okay. So I know it's 9:45. Oh, Amanda Boswell has a quiet car now. Let's go with you. Here we go.
Okay, so can you hear me now? I'll
Yes.
probably go service now, or, something. Anyway, okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah.
In January, if you can give me a thumbs up, you can hear me, I'll tell you. You got it? Okay, good. Okay, so in January of last year, let's take it back just even a little before that. It was like October of 2016, that a friend gave me a sample and I threw it away. I mean, literally was a person who was like the biggest skeptic. I didn't want to have anything to do with this. I was not interested. She pushed and pushed, and I just wasn't interested. I had some health stuff come up. I finally decided, like, she had kept on, and I finally decided I'm just going to do it. So I ordered a month full out. My husband, can you hear me? Sorry. Okay, my husband decided to do it with me, which I always highly recommend. If you can get couples to thrive together, it is the support that you'll see there. It always makes it so much better. I mean, all of a sudden we both were looking at each other like, is this real life? I was exhausted, and all of a sudden I wasn't, and I had a brand new baby, and all of a sudden I was patient, and all little things started happening. It was just talking to me. I came in, everyone ever thought about this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Sorry. Again, sorry, y'all. I'm driving. But, I came in as a customer, and I never once thought about promoting. So to me, when I talk to people, I talk to them as somebody who came in this to be better, and most people are not thinking they're just going to jump and promote something. The people that just come in to better themselves, those are the people who have shocked me with how quick they run with it when you show them the business, So fast forward, end of last year, I had lost like 100 pounds. I got my body back, just my before and after. Like, I'm pregnant now, so it's a little different story. But, and I kind of took a step back because it grew really fast as soon as I started sharing it with everybody. But, I started asking about the business. And
Amanda, Amanda, you're cutting out. Yeah, we might have to do this another time because you're cutting out really, really bad, hon.
I'm so sorry. Love y'all.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to share a story. I think it's much more powerful coming from her. So we'll just have Amanda share her story next week, maybe whenever she is, or we'll go live on Facebook into it when she's a little bit more grounded. But I know Amber Manquest does have a Zoom tonight, and you can get potentials on. You can get on, learn a little bit about her. It's sharing her story. She was a hairdresser, and basically how they got from where they were to now. If you guys want to hop on that, I'll make sure that it's shared on Facebook. And I know that we're going to do a power hour at 10:15. So I don't want to keep you guys till the last minute. And since we don't have anybody else, I don't think, that has just gone. I just hope that this kind of inspires you guys to know, like, different backgrounds, different people, different reasons that they came in and got started. But the most key thing is remembering why you got started, remembering how you feel, remembering how you can help other people feel. I know you guys have those friends that are getting married this summer, those friends that are exhausted and feeling just like John was, and just like, I was, 5 years ago. And even last year, in January when I joined, I was to the point, I went to the doctor's today, and, I was telling him, I felt like crap. I was exhausted. I had just gone through, losing my dad. I was grieving. I had PTSD going back to work, and working around the medical field, after going through what I did with my dad. I'm not going to get into details, but it was very traumatic. And, I was just beat down, guys. And I was also getting notes, for late payments and, paying off, funeral expenses and needing tax money and just all the different things. And I was just exhausted. I didn't know what to do. It was like, honestly, I felt like I was having a mental breakdown. So along came Thrive, and it literally, made me feel alive and made me feel happy and excited. And that was exactly what, you know, reminded me, like exactly what exploded me, besides the fact I had built relationships with people, and people were obviously like, wait a second, if Amanda's doing this, there has to be a reason. And you guys, you build that by the relationships that you build along the way. You know, Brittany was on a sideline team of mine in our previous business, and she actually had taken a step back, but you know what? She was actually considering going back to that business to get back into the groove. So she goes and looks me up on Facebook. We weren't even Facebook friends, guys. And she goes and looks me up on Facebook, sees I'm not even doing that company anymore. And she's like, whoa, hold up. What are you doing? Okay. And that was because she knew who I was previously. And because of that, she felt comfortable reaching out to me. I mean, you would have thought we were long lost friends the first time she reached out to me. And, you know, they did a video yesterday. I promise I'm going to shut up after this, but they did a video yesterday. And, you know, Eric said on that video, and gosh darn it, like, why do I get all like teary-eyed saying it? Brittany got all teary-eyed telling me about it, but now I'm getting all teary-eyed telling you. But it was literally last February where, you know, they were getting government assistance, and they were, you know, getting WIC and different things like that. And now, you know, they're buying a luxury car and they're making good money, and they're making more than they've ever made in their lives. And they want other people to experience that too. They went from here, guys, to here. And it's like, they know it's part of the journey, and they might not be 200Ks, but they're going to be. They're going to be. And that's, you guys, it's stories like that that keep me coming back, remembering where people started, remembering where you started, and where you can go, and whose lives along the way that you can change, you know? So sorry, Brittany, I kind of just like spill out your name there, but the reality of it is that you just never know. So anyways, with that said, I'm going to hop off of here, let you guys go for the night. I know it was like, I'm trying to talk, but there's like 20 million different things that you can hop on if you want to get inspired. Like I said, Amber Man Quest is doing a Zoom right now that we can share on the team page if it's not already posted. And, you know, Giselle's got her power hour scheduled at 10:15. So we'll see you guys there. I hope everybody has a good night, a good week. Set your goals. Know that we're going to be throwing out stuff every day, ideas of way to grow and ways to build your business. And if you ever need any support, just reach out. There will be challenges. You got to rise up to those challenges in order for you to benefit off of it. But you can do this, and just take it one day at a time, and don't forget to share your story along the way. So good night, guys. Thank you for hopping on, and we will do this again next Monday. Bye. I'll post the recording as soon as I get it uploaded. Good night, guys.